Hello everyone, Vito's back again with another review of an interesting, bizarre deck, the Bicycle Tokidoki in blue. You might have seen before a review on this in red. It's essentially the same thing except it's blue. Whoops, I apologize. The top says Bicycle, just like a standard Bicycle deck, and it says Maiden back playing cards on the bottom. You do see a lightning bolt in blue with Tokidoki on it, and that's how you pronounce it, Tokidoki. And there's a little blue spade pip, and you see the skeleton on a bicycle. In the previous one, he actually had red color in his hat, now he doesn't. And there's little hearts and crossbones throughout as well. There's Ericus and Finis made in USA on one side, and I say it's playing card company on the other. Very standard. Top says poker and Tokidoki. They even spell it out so you know how to pronounce it. The bottom just says it's made by USB-C. The back, you see the back design, which is rbrick styled with modifications, and then you see a standard USB-C seal in black, and trademark stuff on the flap, of course. The reason why it's made in back is because they do not allow modifications of riderbacks, and it's almost the same thing. There's also a little trademark thing on here as well by Simon. It says designed by Simone Legno. Alright, so first of all you do get an ad card. That is a weird skeleton with a crack on his head or a lightning bolt, whatever it is, and a top hat. It says Gentleman's Club, City of Angels, and Tokidoki established 2010 on the bottom, and again Tokidoki with heart and crossbones in the corners. This one's saying Tokidoki, and it's a heart made up of two skulls. And you see them here as well. Two skulls making a heart with crossbones. Pretty interesting. And then the other one, again, says Tokidoki on top. There's a unicorn on there. And some chick. A diamond. The Tokidoki logo. And the lightning bolt with the logo. And in the back, you see the guy on his bicycle instead of the standard rider back. The heart and crossbones of Tokidoki, the lightning bolt with Tokidoki, and just all sorts of weirdness. The jokers, they say Joker on top, US in the corners. And then they got the Tokidoki logo and heart and crossbones in the two corners. And the guy on the bike, here you see him in the original color. The red, green, white, and red. Why they didn't change it to green, white, and blue, like the front of the box, I got no freaking idea. It's ridiculous. A little bit lazy. And you can notice as well that the bike is also made up of bones, which is kind of interesting. And your standard Joker is behind him. The king on the bike is behind him. He's kind of like, what the hell? I just saw a ghost. And the other Joker is identical. Then we get to the aces. Ace of Spades says bicycle on top. See a couple skeletons dancing around, and there's a skull in the spade pip which has an arrow going through it. All sorts of stuff. It says US Point Card Company on the bottom, made in USA. Bicycle on top, and there's also a almost like a tire track made up of skeletons going through the face. The Ace of Hearts has a heart and crossbones of Tokidoki. Underneath it, it's kind of a sealed. And there is a diamond on top and a couple of odd looking birdies on the sides. Standard indexes and pips throughout, by the way. The Ace of Clubs is that. Kind of bizarre. And the Ace of Diamonds is diamond and money. And you'll see a lightning bolt in the background of a lot of the diamonds. The court cards, pretty weird. I'm not even going to bother trying to explain them. I'll just show you the art. You can stop if you need to. Pause, rewind. Oops. Definitely like Japanese anime inspired artwork and figures throughout the deck. In fact, I believe it's put out by a Japanese company. I don't remember the name though. And I actually got this from a company in Japan cjmart.jp, and then you can do /en for English. Is where I got it. I just wanted to show you a few things regarding the faces that I felt need to be addressed. The spades, if you look at them, you'll see that they all got a Roman numeral made up of bones. The 4 and the 5, that one has a skeleton playing golf with an eyeball, of all things. I think that's pretty cool. This one's got a couple of flies or whatever those are flying through, but they all got Roman numeral numbers. And they also, for the most part, well, some of them have that tire track going through it, and they may or may not make an image if you put them all together. Hearts have all sorts of odd love type figures. That one's upside down, I just realized that. It's all about kind of a love. Puppy love, that one looks like. And then the clubs. They got all sorts of images, and actually I'm going to put them together and show you something pretty interesting. So you can see they're pretty interesting, pretty odd. But they all have artwork in the background. It's different per card. And I noticed that if you put them all together, you get an image. You can see it says Tokidoki on there, and there's a diamond and other figures, and then it says something on the bottom. You know, there's all sorts of stuff. It all fits together. That's pretty cool that they did that. And that's what the clubs have. And then the diamonds, they got kind of a money and wealth theme. Oops. And a lot of them have a lightning bolt in the background for some reason. And if you want to see any of the images better, again, just pause, rewind. This is on demand, it's not live, so you can do that. That is that. It's a bicycle stock, air cushion finish, obviously, being as a bicycle deck. Very interesting artwork, a little bit pricier, especially since you can't find it in the US of A as of yet. I got it on one website. You might be able to Google it and find it elsewhere. Or you can perhaps wait and it might be available in North America eventually. But it's pretty interesting, definitely different. And style-wise, it's pretty bizarre. I'll give it a 4 out of 5. Handling-wise, stock and finish-wise, I'll give it a 4 out of 5. Usability, that might be hindered a little bit. So I will give it a 3 out of 5. I don't know if you want to play poker with this, or do magic with this, or cardistry with this for that matter. But it's still pretty cool for collecting. Overall, I'll give it 3.5 out of 5. Or something like that. I will see you next time. Make sure you check out the links in the description. Excuse me. And I never say this, but don't forget to like and comment on the videos and subscribe if you're not subscribing or haven't subscribed. And I will see you next time with more reviews. Let me know what you think. See you next time.